Hey guys, my name is Donnie and welcome back to another episode of building a motorhome from scratch. And guys, this is going to be a very exciting episode indeed, because I am basically starting a completely new chapter in this motorhome build. But before I do that, I'm going to swap the camera around. I'm going to show you guys what I've been up to for the last couple of weeks, and then I'll tell you all about what needs to happen in this video. So guys, in any case, in the last couple of weeks or so, I've been working on stuff that was just simply not worth me documenting. It was just very tedious and it took a long time to do. Like for instance, I did these PVC cornices all around all of the edges of the motorhome to finish it off, and I also put some aluminium edging all around the sides and the back of the motorhome, and I also had to remove and replace the prop shaft. It was bent. They had to replace a couple of parts there and rebalance it, and I also had to work on extra support for the cab area underneath the chassis. Like I said, simply stuff that wasn't worth me documenting. And also another thing that I did also that took a lot of time was I finished off the front end and the roof, and I sanded it down and painted it nicely so that it would match the rest of the motorhome. Because if you remember, this was just bare fiberglass, so now it is nice and color coded. Now guys, like I said, this video is very exciting because I have now basically, in a sense, finished up everything on the outside, except for a couple of small things. But now it is time for me to move to the inside of the motorhome and start working on the inside. And guys, I just feel like I need to mention that it is extremely hot outside. We are experiencing a heat wave, and I am very proud to say that these honeycomb fiberglass panels are extremely well insulated. It is not hot inside of this motorhome at all, even though it is blisteringly hot outside. But in any case guys, like I said, this is very exciting. I'm going to be starting to work on the inside of the motorhome. I'm going to be building a kitchen over here and a seating area over here and a bathroom and a bedroom at the back. I already got a toilet over there, and I haven't installed it yet. It's just laying there in its more or less position, but I'm gonna start working on the inside. But before I do that, the first thing I also and another thing that I also did was I replaced all the cables in these slides to make them a little bit thicker and stronger and make sure that they would never ever break. But I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do in this video. But first of all, I just want to open up these slides so that we can have a little bit more room and a little bit more light. Alrighty guys, this is much better. Now I've got some more room to work, and also you can see exactly how big this motorhome becomes with the slide outs in the open position. Guys, in today's video I'm going to start with the inside, like I said, and some of the structures are going to be movable with the slides and some of them are going to be fixed onto the floor, and one of those that are fixed are going to be the bathroom, or the location of the bathroom walls, and also the bulkhead through which you're going to walk to get to the bedroom and stuff like that. And I'm going to start working on making these walls for the bathroom and closing up the bathroom as per design. Another thing that I also need to do before that is I need to start supporting this roof, because it is sagging a little bit underneath its own weight. So I'm going to be putting some aluminium supports from left to right, kind of simultaneously as I'm working on building this bathroom over here. And that's going to also help support this roof very much, because this roof needs to be supported so well that we will be able to walk on top of it. And guys, as far as the material that I'm going to be using for the walls and also for the cupboards and everything like that, I'm very excited of the material that I'm going to be using. I'll walk up to it quickly so I can show you guys. I'm going to be using this PVC boards that I've gotten a hold of. They are extremely lightweight and they are waterproof, which is awesome, so I'll never have water damage. And they apparently are much stronger than the chipboard that you usually use on cupboards and stuff like that. So I've got different thicknesses and sizes that I'm going to strategically be using on the inside of this motorhome for the cupboards and the walls and stuff like that. So guys, without any further ado, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start measuring out these walls for the bathroom. I've already got everything figured out in CAD. I just want to make double sure that my measurements all add up. I'm going to start making the walls and also cut some aluminium lengths, and then I'm just going to support this roof and put those aluminium inserts in there and glue them into position, and then start making these walls. So let's get going. Alrighty guys, check it out. I reckon that this is now starting to look like business, and you guys can actually now start to kind of see what my vision looks like. That's going to be the bathroom, or the beginnings of the bathroom. This is going to become a corridor, and when you walk through the corridor, you're going to come into the bathroom over here, which is absolutely massive. Keep in mind guys that when it's closed, it's still a closed or a smallish functional bathroom, but in an open position it really opens up like about 70% or so. I'm going to have a shower there that's going to be dropped down underneath that slide out, and in that corner over there I'm going to actually have a cupboard, and when you open the cupboard there's going to be a washing machine inside of that cupboard. And my original design called for the toilet to be over there, but guys, we actually went ahead and bought a marine toilet, so it's a macerating toilet, which means that the exit pipe isn't 110 mils thick, or it's not one of those massive toilets exit pipes that needs to be fixed into position. It's actually got a very small like a inch thick waste pipe coming out of that toilet, so we can actually consider putting the toilet on that slide out and having the washing basin on this wall instead of on that wall where the original idea was, with a window and stuff like that. And then walking to this side, this is now going to become a cupboard for your clothes and everything that also slides in, but when it's open you're going to have a nice big room or spot where you can put on your clothes and stuff like that. And also there's going to be coming a door over here that when it opens onto this panel over here, which makes the bedroom nice and big and very much separate from the rest of the motorhome, just for some privacy. And guys, on this side I'm going to have the refrigerator, and then the kitchen's going to come over here with a big window on that side, and over here I'm going to have massive couch that slides out with the slide out and comes in. And you guys don't even know it yet, but there's going to be a set of stairs going to the second story or to the roof. And not only is it going to be a set of stairs, I'm also going to be making it a lift so that you can stand on it and go up to the second floor. But I don't really want to talk about it too much because I don't think you guys are going to believe what the plan is and how I'm going to make it work. So I'll tell you all about that when the time comes. And now also you guys can actually start seeing what the idea is with the slide outs. I've got a fixed panel that's fixed to the floor, and they also serve multiple purposes. Like for instance, they are very much part of the structure of this whole motorhome. And then you've got some of the walls that are fixed to the slide outs, so that it then helps to keep everything closed when the slide outs are open. And guys, I have not fixed those slides, or I have not fixed those panels to the slide outs yet. And the reason for that, guys, is just like everything, or just about everything else on this motorhome, those panels serve an additional purpose also. And that is, when I originally made these slides, I was very limited with the room that I had for putting a sliding mechanism or putting a slide on there, because these slides would have been sticking out in the middle of nowhere. So I had to come up with a very different plan. But because I'm going to be having a refrigerator over there, and because I'm going to be having a washing machine on that side, I need to give this wall some additional strength. So I'm going to be taking these heavy duty slides that I bought, and I'm going to be fixing it onto this panel and onto that panel, and it's going to give it some extra additional strength. I'm going to be putting one on top and one at the bottom, just to help this slide out from not wanting to do this when it's open with all of the weight that is going to be on these slides. So let me do that quickly and we'll talk about the next step. guys, check it out. I've now installed those slides, and these slide outs are now much stronger because of those slides. And I've just closed everything up, and I'm waiting for the bonding agent to dry. And in the meantime, I'm going to shift gears a little bit and move over to making this staircase. I was hoping to make it at a much later stage, but guys, having climbed in and out of the motorhome now about 375 times to do all of this work, I realized that I'm going to either have the biggest upper legs in the world and get hired to kickstart Boeing aeroplanes for a living, or my knees are going to give in, because getting in and out of this motorhome every single time is a heck of a hassle. So I'm going to rather, instead of doing the inside now, focus on making these stairs so that I'll have better access when I start making stuff like the kitchen and the couch and so on. So let's get going. Alright guys, check it out. 1 times set of stairs. I like it very much. I opted on rounding off these corners. I could go and cut them square if I wanted at a later stage, but I like it. I think I'm going to leave it that way. I will also finish off these corners with some aluminium edging at a later stage, and I also did leave a little bit of a ridge on these steps to maybe do some lighting. And also we're going to be putting one of those electric steps that comes out from underneath the motorhome when the door opens. But for now, at least, my life is going to be much easier working on the inside of the motorhome. But guys, I'm just going to wait for this to dry, then I can start using these stairs to work on the rest of the interior. But I think that we have accomplished a lot for this video, so I'm going to leave that for a next video. And if you've got any suggestions regarding the interior, I read all of your comments, and I go through all of your suggestions, and I take it to heart. So if there's anything that you'd like to add, please feel free to add it. I like reading through them, and I do sometimes find inspiration from the suggestions that you guys leave. Anyway guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers!